Hey everybody, this is Brian from pnbhomesteading.com here on a little urban homestead we got here in the Pacific Northwest. And I want to take you on a little walk of our yard and see what you got for this week's update. So we'll get right to it. Okay, we're here in the backyard. Thought I'd give you a little tour of the side yard we got here on the south side. This here is our aronia berry. Seems to be doing pretty good. There's one of our tomatoes back there, the little extras we had this from all the ones I germinated. Got our clover, there's a raspberry, there's a sea berry. Seems to be doing okay. There's some more tomatoes. And there's our spearmint. This one here. You grab onto this, you smell it. It's got a nice spearmint smell. So you can put that in your teas. And this one here, this is our chocolate mint. Paula said I should show you guys my mint this year, or in our next video update. So that way you guys can see it. This is the goji. Seems to be getting pretty bushy. Should have a lot of production off him this year. Or her. Let's see here, some more mint. I love just picking some of this, eating it. That's good for your digestion. See, there's more mint. Pretty much have this whole area covered with mint. So that way we never run out throughout the summer. What we like to do is get her for our tea in the morning or for our coffee. Gives it a nice kick. That way, you know, tastes good. See, there's a little robin nest up there. Can't hear the birds though. They're pretty quiet when you walk around when the mama's gone. Okay, there's a Japanese maple. I put that in our video a while back without the leaves fully in bloom on that. So they're fully filled out, so you can see how nice that looks. It's a really nice looking maple we've had quite a while. We got some new plantings to put out here. This here is going to be sunflowers. I sprouted these underneath the house, so I wanted to give them a head start. And I also seeded some raw seed in there, so they'll germinate and pop up. So we're going to have a little sunflower island there. I created another sunflower island here inside the red mammoth clover. That should look pretty nice. Here's another sunflower patch that I put some seed in just to see if I can get it to germinate. You guys might want to see these. These are the pear seeds that I stratified and I planted and potted up. I'm going to see if I can get some of these to grow and turn into trees, and then I'll go gorilla plant these some other places. Some of them don't look like they're going to make it, but you know, that's the nature of planting things. You just sometimes don't get everything to grow and germinate and produce like you want. This is our little island. I think I showed that in the last video. Created with dead sticks that fall down from the trees. Creates a nice little hiding spot for the birds as they're feeding on the feeder here. And here's one of our pear tree or peach trees. You can see there's quite a few peaches on here. I've been fighting off the fungus this year on this tree. It's been pretty bad because we have a really wet spring, and I heard that we're going to have a really low peach crop this year in the Pacific Northwest because of all the wet spring we've had. It's wiping out a lot of the peach crop. So we got some more stuff over here. Take a walk around. Here's the upper hillside fence garden box. You can see the comfrey's really starting to kick into gear, and everything looks really green in there. The tomatoes and the tomatillos. I've had to move them into their cage a couple of times, because they've gotten to the second stage on the second rings up on the little cages, so they should be going over the top, and then I'll just vine them back and forth over the tops of each other, and I can harvest anything. And our peas are starting to produce. We've been eating these. There's one there. We already picked off the big ones last night when Paula and I did our little yard walk, so that's why there's not too many peas left on there that are of the big picking size. And there's our compost pile. But that's not really interesting. Then we got here, and we got our box with you can see the beans are popping up, and I put in there, those are bush beans. And there's the fig, he's doing good. And here's some more. I forgot to talk about that. These are sunflowers, some more that I sprouted into the house, and I just kind of tossed out here to put in the back of the garden boxes, so they'll start to grow up, and then they'll have a nice backdrop behind our tomato plants. These tomatoes are just kicking. Look at these things. Green, lots of growth. Having this cover crop down here below the tomatoes of a clover is really boosting these guys up. This is the first time I've had the clover mixed in with the tomatoes like this. So I'm hoping I don't get too much vegetative growth throughout the year where it cuts down on my actual production, because, if they can grow like 12 feet tall and I still won't have any production. But I don't think I'm going to have to worry about that. You can see down here, I've already got a fruit set on the lower ones. So now I just got to wait for these upper ones to start to bloom again. You can see I've got the little Montesino F1 tomato over there. He's starting to turn. He's got some that are, starting to turn yellow. So I don't think we're going to have to worry too much about production. And here's the nasturtium that just self-seeds itself every year. Once you get it started, that's one of the great things about nasturtium, is it will drop seeds and then they will replant themselves. I got an example of that out front here. Let's see. There's some of my strawberries. They're getting ready to turn. More mint. So here's some of the self-propagating nasturtium down here in front of the box. I've got some up here that's from last year. It droops over, drops its seed, and they start to sprout on their own year after year. So that's another good thing. Free is always good. Let's go down to the lower yard. You guys tour that. Little update. It sounds like a jungle in our yard. That's what I love about it. Yeah, we can talk about the potato boxes here. Yeah, here's the potato boxes. So I took the worm castings from this week. I took 2 trays out in one of the other videos. I didn't know where I wanted to put it, so I decided I'm going to put those into the tomato towers. So now I've got all the worm compost in here, and you can see this is a 1 week from last update. These things have really taken off. I mean, by next Saturday, I figure next weekend Paul and I are going to come out here and we're going to bury this next level here up to here, so that way these will be over the top and they'll just keep going up and up and up. We should get quite a bit of potato production. And then these are the Russian fingerling potatoes, so it's kind of like a buttery mix, but it's meant for a colder climate. There's the other tomato box, or potato box, sorry. And you can see that they're doing pretty well. And there's one of our little birds. And you can see here's our currant bush. You can see there's a lot of berries in there. We're having to get out here and pick the red ones that start to show up before the little birds get them, because they sure do love these currants. But that's part of having the yard like this, is you want to share with nature. That way they do their part to help fight off the bugs, get your pest infestations kept down. We got our cucumbers down here. This is some more of the red mammoth clover here. I just let that go. It just feeds that nitrogen right in there and keeps these guys growing. So that's some of our pickling cucumbers. There's some more tomatoes. There's some peas back there. You can see they're hanging off, ready to get picked. And these are the 2 new islands I created of compost. These 2 here are going to be for our summer squash. Some more summer squash. We already have a lot of it planted throughout the yard. You can see it buried down there in the clover, popping up various spots. There's some over there. Next thing you know, down by the marigolds. And we got, let's see, here's another tomatillo. Here's the new Sunflower Island. It's a cute little name. I guess I gave that because Paula loves sunflowers. So I wanted to build her something in the backdrop here. Back of the garden boxes, to give her something to look at out the kitchen windows. There's some more tomatoes. There's some more peas. We just walk around, pick our food at night. There's a tomato back there. Here's some tomatoes. Oh, here's some apples on her. So this is our Columnar apple. See, there's a little apple there. Oh, where's some other ones? Maybe some hiding down there around. I don't see any right away. Another tree. There's some more peas. These are getting ready to put on the pods. Nice fire pit. Haven't used that yet. It's kind of warm, and then last night it was kind of cold and drizzly, so we didn't really want to sit outside and get wet, so we didn't have the fire pit. There's some more tomatoes, and you can just see how green and lush these suckers are. I mean, look at this guy. I mean, these are just crazy. I mean, this thing is going to be just banging with tomatoes. I got 12 plants in this one box alone. They're just going to be crazy. I'm going to vine them over the top and hang them out through the yard, go over the top of this trellis along with the cucumbers. And you can see these cucumbers are really starting to put on some new growth. Dark green, really getting going. So that's going to be nice. And there's some more sunflowers. So on the back of these lower boxes, each of these, I put a nest of sunflowers in. That way they're just going to start growing up here and added beauty and color, bringing more pollinators. We got some of our cabbage there. It's going a little cuckoo, going crazy up there. We use these as collard greens. I think I mentioned that in the last video. These are really good. I mean, take those and saute those up. Man, we had salmon with a angel hair pasta Paula made this last week. Sauteed up some of these, and man, that was good. Yeah, look at the size of these leaves. They're huge, especially these ones over here. Monsters. You take 2 or 3 of these and you saute them up, and you got yourself a meal. That's healthy greens right there. Here's another tomatillo. You can see the little tomatillos forming down there. Little bulbs. And we got a little friend here to say hi. Hey Gus, what you doing, bud? Look at you, on camera. Look at you. You want to be on camera? Hmm? Oh, Gus, you want pea? You like peas? Oh, you love peas. Yeah, you do. You want tomatoes? Tomato? Mmm. Okay, let's go back out this way. And there's some more of the cucumbers inside the pots, the bamboo stakes. And that's kind of it. You know, just our annuals. Get a shot of our patio here. You guys get a look and see what we get to sit and enjoy and look at on our evenings. I love this backyard. Clover, got another little Japanese maple. Here, you can hear the little birds in there, the babies. I did a video already of that today. So I'd give another shot of that. I love hearing those little guys in there. I wonder if that's one of the mamas. Oh, look at that. Oh, there we go. Going in there and feeding. There's where the poor jasmine tree died after this harsh winter we had. Had to cut it down, left the stump. Just kind of keep a placeholder for where we're going to put our next tree. We haven't decided really what we're going to put there, but it's going to be something nice. Something flowering, because we really want to attract the pollinators to the yard. Oh, hey buddy. Flying around. Alright. Well, this is Brian, pnbhomesteading.com. Signing off. I'll talk to you guys in a little while. Alright. Maybe next week, or try to get some more videos up this week before I head back to work. Alright. Bye. Okay, some more footage here of the lower yard. You can see this red mammoth clover is really kicking it in. Starting to bloom. Bees really love this. This is the former lawn area. We're letting this just kind of grow in with the wild, ryegrass just kind of grows up. We let it grow, let it fall, reseed. And then we got all of our clover in here with it. This is a little hammock stand that I've got. I like to put a hammock out here and just relax in the nice summer breezes. It's quite peaceful. There's one of Paula's hanging baskets. I love having this as my desktop background when I'm standing in my work cube, dreaming of being out here in the garden. I have pictures like this all day to look at. It reminds me of why I go to my job every day. Here's some more of the backyard. There's some of Paula's roses. We've already had quite a few cuttings off that she puts in the house and has on our kitchen island that she gets to look at while she's cooking our magnificent dinners. And there's our Asian pear. There's some more roses. You know, some of those are really starting to open up, and oh, they smell so good. Well, there's the side yard. That's pretty much it for the update for this week. There's Gus. 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 Yeah, there he is. You want to say hi to everybody? No? Okay. Okay. Well, this has been Brian from pnbhomesteading.com, and I'll be sending another video update of our yard next week. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.